Let's continue on with our social intelligence series. We're now on part 2. I am your instructor, Louise and Maurice. Remember to go to louiseandmaurice.com, to the free resources section, to the free coaching training area to download the PDF document that accompanies this video. Why social intelligence? Well, as we're seeing, social intelligence, whether you're meeting with a large group of people or you are just working with a client one-on-one, you have to understand people. And understanding them better than they understand themselves really starts with you understanding yourself. So that's why in the last video we looked at self-awareness, with you being in the center and how you connect with your family and friends. And we looked at an exercise that helps you do that, because the whole purpose is for you to become more proactive when you are working with people or even just socializing with people, as opposed to being reactive. Now, in part 2, self-awareness, we're going to look at you being more visible, having a better reputation, having more credibility, and being more involved with people. And that starts with awareness. That is the missing piece of the puzzle, because once you become aware, you can show up differently and definitely more confident. And it starts with self-discovery, and that's what we're going to focus on in part 2. Where you discover more about yourself and you validate where that discovery came from, and then you create new awareness and build from there. That becomes your foundation piece. And understanding the self requires introspection. And introspection comes from asking those questions, and sometimes those questions can be difficult. And what happens with introspection is sometimes you and sometimes your clients can overthink things, and that leads to stress. Self-discovery can trigger stress, and you have to be aware of that. So you're using this obviously with yourself once, and then you can use it with your clients. And it's really important because sometimes that stress can trigger mental health issues, depression, bipolar, emotional behavior, psychological, definitely anxiety. And then it can also lead to PTSD, that post-traumatic stress disorder. And when you are aware of that, you can then share with your clients, well, you might benefit from some therapy, but just so that you are aware, this introspection can get a little deep. And I'm making it very easy for you in the exercise that we have for part 2. But when those stress responses are happening, it can block self-awareness. And when self-awareness is blocked, then you don't get any interest, desire, or action toward goals. And it is important to understand that. And the key to moving past the blocks is to have those tips and tricks, ideas, and hacks that bypass the unconscious and bypass what is happening underneath the surface. Now, where are you going to find all that? Well, at louiseandmaurice.com. In the free resources section, I have the corresponding exercise that accompanies this training video.